to the Steamie, the Youth in Steamie Revolution. My name is Mordecai Sizolenko Sindlovu, your national mobilizer, national student mobilizer for PICT, as well as welcome to the Steamie. Should we continue? Thank you. I would like to welcome each and everyone that is part of this very, very important program. Before I start the program, I'd like to first welcome all our guest speakers. I'd like to welcome our president, who's also going to form part of the webinar, our NEC members, our Secretary General, William Ledwaba, who's also going to be joining us to come and talk about the issues and the opportunities for youth in the ICT space. I would also like to welcome all our stakeholders, including CELC, that is also here to come and support this very important program on the 4IR discussion. We are going to be talking about a lot of very interesting things, and I have about 40 young learners from grade 8 and grade 9 here at Northern Park High School in the city of Ekurhuleni that will be participating in this 3-day bootcamp. They're going to be learning a lot of opportunities. They're going to be getting a lot of opportunities to learn and also to grow, and also they'll be able to get giveaways, opportunities to get some freebies, airtime, there's going to be a lot of things. So I hope that all of you guys are excited. This is the beginning, and I'd like to welcome each and everyone. Before I also take it to the next conversation, I'd like to also thank each and everyone that has made this event possible. It's June month, and we all know that in June month it's all about celebrating the energy and the fire of young people across the country. In June 16, learners, I'm not sure if you guys continue to read about this, but in June 16, 1976, there was a Soweto uprising, and young people just like you sitting here decided on what they want their future to look like. So today, once again, as young people, we are doing that on June month, and we are saying that let's lead this conversation in regards to the technology space and the opportunities thereof. So without any waste of time, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you guys. I'd like you guys to just say, I don't know what you're going to say, hello, or Steamie, so that people that are watching can also hear that, it's very full. Oh, it's a clap. Okay, how should we do this? How do you guys want to do it? Do you guys want to clap? Or do you just want to say Steamie? Or how should we do that? Clap. Okay, cool. Can we have a clap? Yes. That's the Steamie revolution. Learners, by the way, this is going out to nationally. There's going to be people that are going to be watching you guys out there in the country. So you are part of the history of the June month 2021, Northern Park High. So here, I hope that we're going to be seeing the future technicians, the future blockchain scientists. But not only that, ICT and the fourth industrial revolution tells us that there's different skills that you all need to have, for future skills. And those skills, you guys are going to have to learn them now if you are going to be employable in the future, or you're going to be efficient, or you're going to be a great entrepreneur or business person. So this is an opportunity for you guys to explore these opportunities that the fourth industrial revolution is offering you guys. And I hope that you guys are going to take this with excitement. You're going to learn new things. Come with an open mind. Don't get into this conversation.
Please report to the front. Sipo said to Dimile
So thank you so much. We are here at Nockham Park High, in the Kempton Park area at the city of Ekurhuleni. Today we are launching the blockchain workshop bootcamp, and we have learners here that are going to be part of it. Without any waste of time, I think we can now start and get into the program. We have a couple of exciting guest speakers that are going to be part of the program. So I don't know if do you guys want to maybe have a little competition and someone win something before we start? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna. I think we'll do that later on. Before we go there, I'd like to call. I don't know if we're gonna call the. Okay. We're gonna call one of the young men here who's part of he's heading the tech team. He's part of the tech team. He's in grade 12, and you know usually the tech team guys are the ones that usually get into IT and all these things. So we want to hear his story, his journey, and where he is right now, and what his future, what you want to achieve in the future. So without any waste of time, people call him Neo, some call him Neo. So without any waste of time, can we please have a round of applause as we welcome Neo to the podium. Thank you. Neo, can you please introduce yourself and just introduce yourself and which grade you're in.
How's it guys? So my name is Mel and I'm the head of the tech team. I started the tech team 4 years ago. I started the tech team when I was in grade 9 and it's been a heck of experience if I can tell you that. Because with the tech team, it's not really about sitting outside, setting up cameras and laptops. Actually, there's a lot, So I'm very honored to be here today with you guys and also learn, not only to learn, but also to give back my experience of the tech team.
So, tell me a little bit about your being in the tech team on a daily basis. What challenges do you have? What opportunities are there? And lastly, why did you decide to want to be in the tech team?
Okay, so first of all, the challenges I have, basically what we did on the tech team was time management. I had to be here at 6:30 in the morning, first people in the school to have an last to do. So sometimes at prestigious events, we late after everybody has left, so late events, we have to be there, we always here to do, and so it really teaches us time management and all that. And the experience we learned is like saying, just like these events that we have right now, it's like saying, what can we get back from this? So every event, everything that I take, it's a learning experience because not only are we working the event, but we're also learning from that event, and we also get opportunities there. So for instance, I'm in a trip now. What can I do after my trip? So that I do technology. I'm involved in the tech team. So what can I do in the future involving technology? And I can also implement my own ways of if let's say for instance agriculture, I can do technological agriculture farming. For instance, whereby I was thinking about creating an app whereby you can know how many seeds you planted and how many seeds you planted and how long it's going to grow and when is the fish and stuff like that. And that type of thing. So also for instance the amps you can do Bluetooth, Wi-Fi amp, and things like that, digitals, So learning being in the tech team has taught me the future. What can I do in the future involving what I do now?
One more question. So to all the young people there, what kind of advice would you give if they are interested in being part of their school's technical team? What advice would you give them?
That's what give them is to go all in, because once you give it your all, then it becomes a passion, and that passion you learn about from it, you grow from it. Then you start learning new things, and then you start also knowing yourself within this technical thing that you do. So, and it's very interesting because you get invested to all the things for free, and there's free food obviously, and yeah, that's
So there's a lot of free things. Okay. King, it's June month, right? I'd like to get your perspective about the future in terms of the youth. What do you think the youth need to have in this time, towards the future? I know that's a big question, but from your perspective, what do the youth need to do now to be leaders of the future?
okay. I'm not sure if I understand the question too, but I'm just going to try to. So basically, right now the youth is dealing with unemployment. That's one thing is struggling with at the moment. So in my trade, we're looking at after my trade, what we're going to do. So right now, as June 16, we're like, okay, why don't we try and see other opportunities? Why don't we create opportunities for that unemployment? There's this company at Market Space called this way, so which deals with youth unemployment. So this really stands for youth unemployment services. So I tried. So my advice. So with June 16, I saw that youth needs to take power now. We're coming for the future. So my advice is for people here, people who are listening, people who are seeing, you need to take a step now because tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Guys, you heard it from Neo. Neo, can you give a round of applause? Guys, from everything that I heard from Neo, is that anyone here can be a tech person. It only takes commitment. It only takes self-will and determination. So, just to put that in mind, grade 9s, grade 8s, you can also come and talk to him about being a technical guy, So think about that. I'm just putting it out there. But nonetheless, I wanted to also ask, does anybody here would like to ask Neo a question? Anyone? Anything, guys. Today there's no right or wrong answer. Everything, put it out there. It's Youth Month. It's your time to speak. Any questions? Anything. Absolutely anything. Don't be shy. Yes? Oh, we have one more. Oh, 2 questions. Okay, so it's 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna. How do we do this? Do I bring the mic? Okay, they're gonna come and sit down. Okay. So can we have the first person to come and ask the question? Round of applause. Okay, please introduce yourself. Q&A is gonna be at the end. Okay. We're gonna have the Q&A at the end, but because you're already here, we're gonna allow you to give us a question. Introduce yourself, your name, surname, your grade, and what is your question?
My name is Labukhani Kwana and I'm in grade 8. So my question is, as the head of the tech team, are you expected to act in an according way, or are you expected to act in a certain way, or there are certain things as the head that you are supposed to rise in other people?
Thank you so much.
As the tech team, the school trusts you. So basically, attending your classes, picking class, doing all your homework and everything. So they expect you to act a certain way because sometimes the prefects are not there, sometimes the class captains are not there. So the parents will look at you at the parents meetings, the teachers will look at you. So obviously, and they start talking about you. So they're expecting you to act a certain way, to behave a certain way. And class, not not only the school governing bodies and parents looking at you, but also school children are looking at you. Because right now, God is building up a name for you. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody will know you because they know, okay, this person is in charge of this within the school. So basically, with teachers around to give opportunities and things like that. So obviously, behavior needs to be number one. And then other things will follow, like your discipline, behavior, and how you can do it. So yeah, that's the key.
Awesome. Thank you. Can we give a round of applause to our first we still got two more. Can I afford them to also just ask their questions before we go to the next? Number two, speaker. Let's give our speaker a round of applause. Yeah, we must observe COVID. 19. Okay. So please give us your name, name and surname, your grade, and your question. Thank you.
My name is Kuputo Babili, and I'm in grade 8, Bootcamp High School. My question today is, what are the facts that made you to join this team? What are the facts that made you to join this team?
So basically there are no facts because within the team get training, you understand, number one is training, number two you're going to get your performance in school. So we can't be the team and be failing at the same time. So obviously we don't expect you to be a high student, at least average learner. We know that okay, during teaching times you're going to be during class times you're going to be working with the team. So basically obviously you need to know okay, you need to know how to balance between the schoolwork and the team, you understand? So the facts, because like facts is not like you need to know how to do something because that's all part of it. Because when I joined the team, I didn't know the end things and like, but I had training. So basically, long the time we can do these things.
Let's give our question here. Person that asked the second question, round of applause, please. And then can we call our last person that asked the question? Very progressive questions, guys. Anyone wants to be the tech team? Okay, cool. Well, sanitize. Let's observe COVID-19 regulations, guys, at all times. Please give us your name, your surname, as well as your grade and your question. Thank you.
My name is Zikam Dada, I'm in grade 9, and my question is, if you're interested in tech and something else, can you make like a curriculum that can combine both of these things in the tech team?
Ask that again. That's a good question.
It's like trying to make an app that combines not only tech but something else that you're studying currently. Can you try that in the tech team? That's good.
Yo, hectic just okay. One, two, one, two.
So based on that question, I'd say yes. Because I'm also progressing with it. I'm looking at the tech team and I'm also trying to figure out what can I do that involves what I do. So like say for instance, what things can I do involving the tech team? So tech team is not limited. It's not limited to sound, it's not limited to laptops or computers. It's limited to basically a board. It's basically a board. It's 3,000 put it that way. So, but the best thing is we still in school. So basically, the tech team is like giving us an opportunity to explore technology in every type of way. So basically, like saying, if you want to start an application, as the tech team, the school will support you. Understand? Because you are in this club, as I might say. Thank you.
Awesome. give a round of applause to our three people that ask for questions. Also, they're going to be, surprisingly, they're going to get something, guys. So we're going to give them something as a prize for asking the questions. This, we are encouraging you guys, to continue to ask questions. I'm not going to tell you yet what they are getting, but later on, please come to me so that we can give you your prizes. Thank you so much for those questions. Very powerful questions. And guys, this is your program. This is created for you guys here. And whether you were invited or you only got the information today that you're going to be part of this, just realize that it's for you guys. We created this program so that we can give empowerment to you, and as well as ensure that you guys are capacitated in terms of these kind of skills, 4IR skills, coding, building your own apps, web development, branding, starting your own business. These are the things that you're going to learn here. So we want you guys to come with an open mind and also come and learn and grow with us. This is the blockchain bootcamp, one of the first, and we are going to. It's not just going to end today. You guys are our first test. You are our first pilot. We're piloting with you guys, but we want this thing to be a continuous thing. And 5 years from now, I want to see someone here who's built, something big, who's a billionaire or something with their solution, So we're expecting you guys here, to come up with those ideas. We're just gonna give you the skills, and you guys need to build the ideas. So without any waste of time, I just want to say thank you to our speakers. You guys are getting prizes, by the way. Yes, getting prizes. Okay, we're gonna go to the next. Part segment of the program. I'd like to invite our SG tutor. Okay. I'm told that we have a very special sponsor and partner, a very important partner that made this possible. The organization is called CELSI, and they are part of this program. When we called CELSI to come and partner with us on this bootcamp, they were, they gave us a very positive output. And we just want to say thank you so much to CELSI for taking the opportunity to make this project, this bootcamp possible. With their support, we are able to, get the connection for the next 3 days. Everyone that is going to be part of this bootcamp is going to be connected, empowered by CELSI. Thank you so much. And guys, the prices and other goodies, you'll also be getting. Some of them are coming from CELSI. So guys, stay tuned. But I think we need someone from CELSI to come and speak, but I don't know if they will allow that. But please, let's round of applause for Anna Vincent. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Congratulations. Yes. Thank you. Guys, another round of applause for and their representative. I'm going to give you the mic just to introduce myself as well as give us. Yes, thank you.
Morning, guys. My name is Millicent. I work for CELSI, area sales. Morning, guys. My name is Millicent Munisi. I work for CELSI. I'm the area sales and operations manager. We are actually pleased to be partaking in this program, and With that said, I want to wish you all the best for the next 3 days, and I believe by the time you leave here, you will be capable and be able to reach to the milestones that you are envisaging to reach in your near future. As the program says, it's a Steamie revolution and it's a blockchain. A blockchain is when you are changing things that are unchangeable. It is information that is data captured, that is not easily retrievable. But by the time you leave here, all your answers and questions will be answered. Thank you so much, guys, and welcome to the Steamie revolution. The Steamie revolution.
Yes. No, that's it. Bring the fire. I can feel the energy now. I can feel the energy.
Neo, you are going to write it. Okay, guys, can you please give a round of applause to Neo? He's going to write his exam now, but he wanted to also be part of this. So let's clap him. Good luck, okay, so moving on, Dennis. We just heard from Celsi. They've given us an overview of what this program is about. Now we are going to get an insight from some of our leaders here at PBICT. PBICT is the coordinator of this program in partnership with Norcom High and also our very much important stakeholder, Celsi. Our Secretary General is in the midst. Our President, I believe that he will be joining us. Okay. There's just a little bit of a technical issue with the President. So we will have our Secretary General join us and speak on the overview of PBICT. We've got our Secretary General. We also have our DSG, our Deputy Secretary General of PBICT. I think I'd like both of them to also be in part of this engagement. I'll first start with our DSG, and he will give us an overview. He will also give us his part in regards to why are we doing this and why it's important for us to be here. So can we put a round of applause for PBICT National DSG? Thank you, leadership. I'll give the podium to you. I don't think I can say anything anymore now. Thank you.
Thank you. Corporate mode. Keep my mask on because I'm in and out. I'd like to thank everyone for making it, and thank everyone from Celsi and Norcom High and all the students for making it. The sound guys. As the Deputy Secretary General, my portfolio is to look out for systems and digital strategies. So the live stream supply today is due to those type of skills. So I think it's important to understand what's happening, and we're able to expose the entire world to us. So these are the type of skills that PBICT also focus on, ensuring that you guys, when you get into the market, you go into varsity, you are able to utilize these type of skills, utilize the internet to broadcast, utilize the internet for learning material, utilize the internet and digital technologies to advance yourself, to skill yourself, but to also create business and be able to fit into an environment. COVID has pushed us to really use technology, and it's paved the way for you guys as students and all students all over the world to start reimagining the world. We're becoming dinosaurs very soon, and you guys will be shaping what the future looks like. Your ideas are valuable, and invest in understanding digital. There's something that we push for, and because I'm a creative technologist, right? So I'm in creative space and the technology space. So it's very important that you guys empower yourself with ideas that will shape the future, and you start now as students. Something we like saying that coding should be a language that everyone understands. It will be useful for all of you.
Sorry for the interruption.
Oh.
question, but can all the HODs report
Sorry
immediately
guys,
to
we
the
are
board
school.
room? All HODs to report to the boardroom immediately.
So yeah, we're actually doing some complex things. So it's very important, guys, that we like pushing the idea of coding being a language that everyone understands. Like English, isiZulu, Sesotho, whatever it is. So it's very important that you guys try learning to understand coding. At least be able to read it. Even if you can't write code. When you have the ability to read code and it becomes part of your language, your everyday language, then you're really going to be empowered. That means your ideas, most of them will be living on the internet. There's something called the Internet of Things. So it's very important that you empower yourself to understand. Whether you have an idea, you have a friend who can code, someone who loves coding, doing something graphics or whatever the case may be. So it's very important that you guys start empowering yourself and understanding the power of the internet, the power of Internet of Things, the power of coding. From there, anything can be done. The new way of schooling, new way of varsity, new way of working, it's all in your power right now. So as it's Youth Month also, you guys have to ensure that your voice is heard, and it's very important. Your ideas that you have, make sure that you share them. Come together with friends and make sure you materialize your ideas. Your minds are sponges, but at the same time, you have bright sparks, so really push. So on my side, I really want to encourage you guys to embrace technology. Even if you want to end up becoming a doctor or whatever, just embrace it so that in your future, technology will be part of the work that you're doing. The better you understand it, the earlier you understand it, the better your future is going to be. And you'll be ahead of many, many people. And you guys will be able to be head on with first world countries. So someone in America and someone in Oakland will be on the same level of understanding, same level of skills, and that's very important. So I really want to encourage you guys to embrace technology, no matter what you want to do. You want to be a writer, you want to be an artist, an accountant, whatever you want to do, embrace technology, let it be a simple base, and then we'll take it from there. So you guys will also empower our vision of school by day, varsity by night. So these are the type of programs that you want to see, and those are youth-orientated ones also. So thank you very much. Monica, thank you very much. I think I said a mouthful, and we'll prepare for our Nobala to close us. Thank you very much.
You heard it from the man himself. That was our DSG for PBICT, Dennis Ross. The next speaker that we'll be bringing to our stage will be our Secretary General. He's going to be talking on the Steamie revolution and also in terms of what this 4IR means to all of us. So without any waste of time, can we please put a round of applause for the National Secretary of PBICT, Mr. William Lidwell. Thank you.
How you all doing today? Are we alive? That's good. You sound very alive. These days when you're wearing a mask, no one is able to see that what you're thinking, your method of thinking. You only see your eyes, which is one of the greatest things that we get to experience in our lifetime today. And you can tell your kids one day about this moment that we're experiencing. And hopefully we'll all survive. And I pray to every one of you to keep safe, to sanitize, to always wear your mask so that we all live another day to tell this story. So I'm the Secretary General of PBICT, and I want to thank Mordecai, who's our youth mobilizer within our organization. To organize this kind of an event, for us to speak to the likes of you, the young ones, the future of this country, about most and many things that are very important. And the most important thing for us right now is fourth industrial revolution, it's ICT revolution, it's skills revolution. It's the future of this country as a whole. I would also like to thank CLC for partnering with the organization, to make a change, to the young ones of this country, to participate in stimulating and rejuvenating and changing the mindset and preparing them for the future that is still coming. And then I would also like to thank the organization, PBICT, for enabling this kind of a platform. And I think maybe to come, we'll be seeing them. So, I just here to present to you something. I don't know if my screen is showing here. I prepared some presentation about the Steamie platforms and Steamie revolution. I hope it shows. I hope you can see my screen as well. So we are PBICT, right? An organization that was launched in 2017 in Trade Board. To date, we have plus or minus 3,000 members in our database. We're the fastest growing organization in this country as far as ICT is concerned. We are also, embracing female participation in ICT. So, the current dynamics that speaks to the country, and CLC will tell you they have this program, Take a Girl Child to Work, for example. Within PBICT, we always want to embrace the females of this country to start participating in ICT activities and initiatives. We have structures across the provinces. Those structures are in Gauteng, in Limpopo, KZN. So wherever you go, there is PBICT in those provinces, all the 9 provinces of this country. And there's a couple of engagements that we have done with various stakeholders. But the most important thing is Steamie today. What is Steamie? We define Steamie as something that is related to science, that is related to technology, that is related to engineering and maths. Those are the main subjects that are very important in this country. You are students, you are learning those subjects every day. But we're taking it further to say science is not just about chemistry, and there's other things that you do within the science subject as a whole. And the way we define Steamie and science within PBICT, we're talking about things that move, things that connect, things that we do each and every day, the way we transport, the way we go to our hospitals, the way we go to the mines and manufacture diamond and gold. So how do you enable technology in those sectors, and what are the opportunities that are available in those sectors of the economy? The technology as a whole is a big word, right? When we talk technology, we're talking cybersecurity, we're talking communication, we're talking drones, we're talking 3D printing, those things that maybe you might know, but you still get to know some other time. But they are available. Those are the initiatives that are available that you can explore. And mathematics as well is very important, right? They'll tell you that when you want to be a scientist, you must have maths and science, which is very important as well because it helps you with the critical thinking of that. Dennis right there is, you do these things, you connect, you make us streamline. There's an element of mathematics there connected. There's an element of intelligence connected in there. So you don't just get to connect and have that kind of a skill without feathering your math and science as well as your other entrepreneurial skills within this platforms. So Steamie, it's something that I think each and every one of us need to start embracing. For I am, it's something that each and every one of us needs to start embracing. You as a learner today, you are learning physical science not for the sake of just becoming a doctor, but you are learning physical science for the purpose of you creating something in the future. So how do you enable ICT into that particular component, right? Today we have difficult skills that are enabled within our country. We have autonomous vehicles. Any of you using Uber? Uber, there you go. Use it for traveling and for ordering food, right? So those are the things that technology helps us. Technology helps you to transport. Technology helps you to drop off things. I can tell you that 10 years ago, if someone told me about Uber, that it was going to be the most creative platform in the world, I was never going to believe. 30 years ago, there was never smartphones. The smartphones that we are using today, they were never there. People were not using smartphones. They were actually using those smaller cell phones that doesn't have even a ringtone at all. So what is industrial revolution? What is industrial revolution? If you have a fourth industrial revolution, and I hope you have it today, you know, what is it? Good. That's a good answer, actually. When you go back, you ask yourself about where we come from as far as industrial revolution is concerned. You'll see that it was based on mechanical production, steam power. You used to have trains that travel through steam before electricity. And then again, electricity came in. The revolution started. It started. The revolution that we're talking about today, that's where it started. And then ultimately we had electronics, you have things like these cameras that are automated. And then today we have your cyber and your physical systems, your Internet of Things. You're able to connect to Twitter, you're able to connect to Instagram, you're able to connect to TikTok and record videos. We're able to stream live. So that's where the revolution is going, and that's where it's coming. But we need to be part of the revolution. How do we participate? There are different business sectors of the revolution. For example, security, the most important thing in the revolution today. You need to secure your phones. When you take your pictures, you want to make sure that they are secure. Security is the basic skill that we all need to have. It's actually a scarce skill. There are people who are certified to be security specialists. And they're earning a lot of money, by the way. So during a career day, you need to ask about how do I become a security specialist and ensure that the data that it's recorded on our cell phones and our laptop, it's secured. We're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about autonomous vehicles. Those are Google is currently designing cars that can drive themselves without you being a driver. So let's think about the future. We're talking about robots. What are the purpose of robots? We're talking about drones. What are the purpose of drones? Why do we need drones today? Is it just to fly in them on the sky just to show off, or there's a specific purpose for them? So blockchain. Blockchain is not just Bitcoin, right? It's a cryptocurrency. It's a system at the back end that can enable us to do things that no one else can do. So let's start exploring and thinking about those. I know today it sounds French because the first time you hear about them, you're like, no, what is this guy talking about? But those are the skills that are scarce in the ICT. Those are the skills that we need to start looking at. I spoke about 3D printing. A printer that can print that desk. I know those, if your fathers in there working in the farm, in the fence, they will tell you about CNC machines. The machines that can do bulk printing, they can print that bottle there, 200 of them in an hour. So we have machines that are programmed to do that. But the 3D printing is designed to print anything and anything you want. You can design a thing. You know that guy of battery? You can come up with your own battery and put it on 3D printing and print it. That's a skill. That's a skill that you need to start looking at. We have this VR classes today. You're playing games with them, right? But start looking further in terms of what problems can you solve with those VR goggles. Not just to play games, because someone else has designed that game for you. But start thinking about the problems in your communities where you stay. And then again, there's something else that I think everyone is talking about in terms of robotics and blockchain as well. That's very actually. But think about the robots. Why do we need robots? Why do we need robots? Yes.
Helping us and making life easier.
Yeah. I mean, we do need some help, right? If you watch movies, they'll tell you robots are becoming helpers and all those sort of things. But there must be some certain specifics that we think about beyond that, right? When you think about robots, as students here today, let's look at the value chain. Who's manufacturing those robots? Who's programming them to do what they are doing? How can we be part of that value chain? So ask yourself those kind of questions now when you want to become an entrepreneur, an innovator. To say, it's not just about buying a new robot, but it's about participating in the value chain itself. Okay? So that's that. And why is what the industrial revolution matters? Why does it matter? Yes, sir. Yes, that's true. You guys are smart. Jesus Christ, you guys are smart. It's true what you say, right? There's a radical change. If you ask me last year that we will all be sitting at home, not going to school for a long time, you wouldn't have believed me. I wouldn't have believed you either, because today that's what's happening. We're all sitting at home doing things automatically, working from home. Things are automated. People are not seeing each other like you guys are doing. You're not writing. You are writing exam physically, but other people are writing them online. So that's why it matters the most for us to enable us, like you said, to enable us and transform the way we are living. The way we've been doing things must change, and they are changing as we speak, right? But it's done with technology. Technology needs investment through society, economic, and politics as well. I know it's cool, they don't like you to participate in politics, but it's important that for us to make this industrial revolution, those things take effect, right? What are the jobs that are under threat? If you are looking to be a travel agent, those jobs are under threat, because today, if I'm looking for a B&B, a house to stay in for a weekend, I can just go online and say booking.com or B&B, find me a place. So you see, a travel agent is out of a job already. If I'm traveling, I can do the same thing. Tellers, those people who are sitting, ShopRite, Pick&Pay, etc. At some stage, if they allow the technology, there are other countries who are already using automated service, meaning that I don't need to speak to a teller. I can just order food online. I can just go to a shop and just swipe my food without engaging a teller. So if you're looking to become a teller, those jobs are out of intent. Even journalists, the legal assistants and financial support, there's a lot of systems that are automated today that they don't need physical engagement, right? But there's also jobs that didn't exist 10 years ago, but they are existing today. Today we have people called the bloggers online. We have drone operators, just playing with your cell phone, right? It's easy as that. But there are professional drone operators. You can actually become a professional drone operator. It's a skill of today. That's what the fourth industrial revolution has brought within us. And then someone spoke about the developers, become a code and all those things. Those are the other subjects that you can do to enable yourself in the fourth industrial revolution. And then government need to take role. It is, I'm not going to talk about government because we all know what's happening with government. Are we ready as the youth of this country? This is my second last slide, so just bear with me. My second last slide. Are we ready for the fourth industrial revolution? As young people, are you ready today? Are you ready for the fourth industrial revolution as the young people? Are you ready for the Steamie revolution as the young people? I hope you are. Well, this guy was ready long time ago. Okay, my screen is not showing. This guy was ready. He created a multi-million system called Uber, and today we all operating it. So what we wanna see in the future is you young people driving the change, driving the discussions, driving the changes in this country, the economical discussions in this country through innovation within ICT. So take the opportunity, increase disruptions, disrupt. Don't just say yes, I accept that in where I'm staying, when we have to speak to a councillor, we have to go to his house. Change the system, disrupt, technological. There's barriers, but break those barriers. The role of technology is the future. And if you don't start now, you'll never start. So let's start today. And when I say let's start, I mean, let's think about the problems that exist in our community so that we can use technology to solve those problems. The greatest innovators are the ones who are solving problems. If you haven't watched a show called Shark Tank, you must go and watch it because it talks about people who are creating innovation that solve problems through ICT. Obviously, within Shark Tank, there's a couple of problems that they solve that are not necessarily related to IT, but focus on those ones that I'm talking about, and we're all gonna go far. So thank you very much for settling in, for listening to us, for being so attentive. I've never seen young ones being so attentive, and but I haven't seen anyone taking notes. I see you are all, memorizing everything that we have said within the presentation that we have done. So Monica, thank you very much. If there are any questions, and we can take them.
Thank you, Steve. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask our National Secretary General? Anything, guys? Do you have a question? Okay, we have one question. How many? One? Oh, there's two. Okay. We'll start this side. Can you come ask a question, please? Introduce yourself. And grade and what is your question?
We couldn't hear.
Hello. Can she ask again? Okay, please ask again. That was a great question.
How does it feel to be one of the owners of the company?
A bit closer, just like this.
How does it feel to be one of the owners of a company that empowers the youth of your children?
That's the question, SG.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good question. Look, I don't own university, it's owned by its own members, so I was elected to be in this position. It's passion, right? You need to have that passion as well. And someone was talking about tech team when I entered here. That is a group of people who help each other through all these things. So some of us have been playing a role in the community for a long time. And just playing and giving it back within our skills that we have, within the selflessness in us. So we are activists by nature. So we feel good when we do good. And when we share knowledge like this to the young ones like yourself, it's very fulfilling. It also strengthens us because we learn a lot from you guys and playing a role. So this community here. It needs to develop someone like me in the future who can be a PBICT secretary. Because I'm not going to be a PBICT secretary forever. So we need young people to start participating in platforms like this. Have that energy. Ask questions, want to know. Want to ask, to say, okay, why are we doing it like this? Why? Always try to understand why are we doing it like this, and then do it differently, maybe propose ideas. And through platforms like PBICT and other organizations, you're able to, to grow yourself, to donate your talent, if you have any, I think everyone has a talent, actually. You just don't know it. And start volunteering in organizations like PBICT, and you learn a lot. So that's the advice I can give you. Even at school, start participating in outreach programs. If mistress asks you to go out and help the poor elsewhere, that's how the activism goes. That's how we change this country, by playing a role, not just sit back and say, hey, that's not my problem. But you're the young people of this country, this is your future. If you talk about unemployment, you're asking about unemployment. You're going to graduate here in this high school and go to college or university and join the queue. Mordecai will tell you, you used to be a student, right? So that's where you need to start playing the part from now on. Thank you.
Thank you, SG. Thank you for the question. Could we have number 2? I think we have number 2 coming from that side. Just come around. Thank you. Round of applause, round of applause. Please give your name and surname, your grade, and your question.
My name is Position Dovu, and I'm in grade 9. So, I wanted to ask, as we're speaking about job creating as an IT, so is it capable as young us, can we create something that can help older people? For instance, what can I say? Like an app, right? Maybe it tracks your health, and can we make it? And then, as we're young right now, can it are we able to make it and we check out the country people using it?
Good question.
Thank you. That's a good question as well. We spoke about innovation, right? And what does innovation mean, actually? It's solving problems. So you identified a problem already there of all people, but with innovation, it's not always going to work. So you need to understand that. See, even though there's a gap, there might not be a demand at that moment. Yes, you can develop any app you want. Today, it's even easy to develop an app. There's even platforms that are giving you, a way to take your application to market faster. Meaning that you don't have to sit at the background and program it forever. It's already there. There are platforms that allow you to do that. So the application market, it's actually, MTN is running some, sorry CLC, I don't mean to advertise MTN, but it's one of the things that MTN is running some app development, app development platform where you develop an app based on an idea and then your app wins. So when it wins, obviously then you get when your application wins, then you.
They are writing an exam. Is it possible to talk without mic?
So when your application wins, for example, you get to take it to other level, right? You will get sponsorships, you will get support, financial support, even how to protect the IP of that particular application. So if it's for old people, if it's for young people, if it's for grannies, whoever, you can develop any application. You can develop any.
Thank you. Just before SG, I think also I'm getting a lot from what the speaker is asking here. And I think one issue that young people are facing also is the fact that you don't believe that you can do it. That it's actually your ideas, as much as we are in the industry and we can build, you have the capability of creating that idea and putting it to market. So what I'm gathering from what his question was is more of, can we as the youth actually create an idea and put it and make it a success? And I think there's a challenge between the support mechanism as well as these young people with ideas feeling as if they are comfortable enough to get that idea realized. So I think one thing that I can say to you, King, is that your idea is possible. It can be done. You just need to work on it. The resources and supports are there. You have all this. PBICT is also here to say to you that you can create your idea and it can be a success. So I want to say this to you, but I also want to say to all of you guys that your ideas are not just ideas. You can take that idea and make it a national success. But it all starts with you guys. You guys need to learn that your ideas are not just ideas. They can become something amazing, And yeah, I just wanted to leave it there. Thank you guys. Oh, number 3. Round of applause for number 3. You're gonna have to try to be louder, because we don't have a mic anymore. Name, surname, as well as what your question is on your grade as well.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm in grade 9. I actually have 2 questions. What are the disadvantages of this industry? There are advantages and disadvantages of every industry. What are the disadvantages?
That's your first question. What are the disadvantages of this industry? Number 2.
Second one, there are people who are less privileged. However, they don't have money and stuff. Since everything is becoming technical and mobile and things like that, how is this industry help them to have phones?
Thank you. Good questions. I think there's 2 questions. One of them is what are the disadvantages of the industry? Secondly, those that are challenged. Many people can't, of course, access resources and devices at some point. How are we going to find solutions to address that issue? I think those are the 2 questions.
Yeah, no, thank you for the question. I think that's a key question. Also because you are a lady, there's challenges within the ICT industry, especially with females participating in the ICT as a whole. So I don't want to dwell much into the disadvantages, but there's a lot of advantages in terms of what is available out there. Today we have a cloud computing industry where the industry is creating a lot of cloud architects. This mobile phones of yours, these pictures that you're taking every day, your Instagram, your Twitter, they are stored somewhere. So there's someone who needs to ensure that that platform is maintained and all those things. So those are advantages. You need to start exploring as a female, especially into cloud architects. We spoke about blockchain, it's another advantage as well. How do we currently doing payments? The first payment revolution that we had was PayPal. I don't know if it was the first, but the guy took that PayPal to the US as well. How we do electronic payments. But blockchain today has enabled us, to use that as a way of communicating. In fact, people are trying to make it a currency. If you heard of bitcoins and all those kind of things, but blockchain is not Bitcoin. I'm just giving you an example to say if you heard of those. So they use blockchain as a mechanism. It's an advantage as well. People are tapping into it, but you can also start tapping into it. There's other advantages as well within the industry. There's the security sector. I've spoken about the security officer, the CISOs. There's a lot of demand for those kind of people. There's a lot of demand for drone operators. There's a lot of demand for coders, people who program these laptops, these computers here, people who build games, like games. So those are the advantages that are available within the industry, and I think you should start exploring those. Disadvantages, let's not dwell on much. The minute you start being negative about things that you want to achieve, you want to list all the disadvantages. There's a lot of disadvantages. There's a lot of disadvantages for people who are not privileged enough to have data every day to access online learning. There's a lot of disadvantages for people who are from previously disadvantaged communities, and they're not able to afford mobile phones that can enable them within the technology. There's a lot of disadvantages that plays in a role. If you go to townships, the digital divide is an unjust mechanism as a whole. You see, and as PBICT, that's the kind of thing that we're trying to do as well, to bridge that divide. That's why we're here. We're trying to bridge that divide. You don't want to just get a free cell phone. It's not going to solve your problems. Free cell phone doesn't solve your problems. But accessible data can solve your issues, your online learning, because we're doing a varsity by night, school by day. Right at the moment, you want to be in school, write exams, study. But at night, you want to also study your blockchain, your cloud computing stuff. Right? You need data, which is very expensive in this country. So that digital divide can be enabled if we start creating platforms that are data-free. If the government starts giving you platforms that are data-free. You have your Udemy, your course errors, but they need data. You need to buy courses as well as so Monica, those are kind of things that you need to start playing in. And when you engage young people like this, enable those online learning. Campaign for online, data-free platforms. Bootcamp, they do it. I think some of them they partner. So see, I'm sure you can do that. I'm sure you can say, let's create a platform for young ones.
We do.
You do have, even better. So see, have this. They just confirm now that they have a platform that can help you when you don't need data. Maybe it's just a matter of grouping yourself, those who are interested in those kind of initiatives, and say, well, we don't just need data. We also need, digital platforms. In Tembisa, there's a YES initiative there. Chelsea must go there and put laptops and computers so that you go there every weekend and learn using those devices with their free data, right? PBICT need to come into play and ensure that those learning centers are enabled. Stakeholders in general need to come into party so that we enable you if you're from a disadvantaged background. We have a lot. People who are living in the rural areas. You are even better because you are in Gauteng. People who are living in rural areas, they can't even get 2G. So meaning that there's no way they're going to stream. What we're doing here is a privilege. They can't even stream because of connectivity. So there's just a huge digital divide at the moment in this country that keeps worsening the problems. The problems that we're trying to solve here, they are worse elsewhere. But because we don't want to be crybabies, what we're saying is we have an opportunity here to grab whatever that we can to ensure that you are aware that there are certain skills that you can do as a female, as a young female. And I'm glad that as a young female you're interested. You have the hunger, you have the passion of saying, I want to know, what are skills available in ICT today, and I want to see which ones can I explore. And you're asking the right questions. What do I need? You need digital platforms. The digital platforms comes with data. They comes with devices. The devices that can be able to access those platforms. Not my, one of those phones, the old one, not my Nokia 5110, but your smartphone, your smart tablet, your laptops, right? So I like the idea that you have that hunger and passion, and I hope you keep it up. That going forward, when a time come into a follow-up in the school, we still find the learners who are, who have done something and use that platform that Celsi is talking about that enables you. So let's not be negative. We have too much problems already. We have problems right now of Corona. So let's just think positive to say how do we in the meantime just try to grab what we can when it comes to the skills revolution, when it comes to the Steamie revolution. So when you wake up, think of Steamie revolution, and then you will understand why it's important to participate. So that's the phrase of the day, Steamie revolution. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that has joined us today. This was the first day. I want to thank our National SG, Secretary General of PBICT, for joining us in this first launch of the Blockchain Technology Bootcamp. It's the first day. We're going to be doing a 3-day program here at Norcom Park High, and we're going to be bringing opportunities to our youth here at the school. This area that we are in, when you look at it, it's full of potential, and I just want to put it out there to say that this could be a space of technology. This could be a space where we can build a center, for young people to learn and explore technologies. I'm just putting it out there. You know me, I'm always putting proposals out there. But nonetheless, it's June 16th. We are here. It's the June month, and we are celebrating Youth Month. We are about to close the first day of the program. And I want to first say that, firstly, speak to the youth and say that youth, it's all up to you now. We've given you the presentation of what this 4IR discussion is all about. Now it's up to you to take it up and say, are you going to do something or are you going to sit back? So with that, we are giving you the baton and we are saying that take the responsibility, It's all up to you guys to either do something about this. We're going to have a 3-day boot camp. I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of other things that you can do in terms of presentation, building your business idea, your case, and also ultimately having a full project that you guys can actually take up and move with it throughout the years. So this is going to be happening throughout the next 3 days. We're going to close it for today, and we're going to thank each and every one. We want to thank our partners. We want to thank PBICT. We want to thank our partner Celsi. We want to also send a special message to our head of the school, Mr. Chauki, our principal, our deputy principal, Ms. Mashiru, and Mr. Malumbe Lumbe. To everyone that has made this a success, we want to thank our PBICT NEC that was here in support of this very important program. And without leaving it just like that, we also have a very important lady that is actually doing the technical part of this whole thing. And I just wanted to say, can we just also put a round of applause, and if it's possible, in the camera, just show a lady that she's the one that's basically doing what's happening here. Miss Rose at the back there. Yes, please, can we see that? Women are taking over. Can we put a round of applause? So, without her, this would not be happening. And we just want to say thank you so much. Youth, women, it's important that we all participate. And as we are going to close the first day, I just want to say thank you to all the young people that were also here. Can also the camera, if it's possible, can you just show some of them? Some had to go to class. So guys, you can just wave wherever you are. The camera's coming. This is grade 9s and grade 11s here at Northern Park High. These are the future of our country. And yeah, guys, we want to see 5 years from now, we want to be talking about you. And let me also not forget my colleagues here in the front that have been doing the sound as well. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support. We want to thank everybody. As we are about to close day 1, this is the Steamie Revolution first day, and thank you to everybody that has made it possible. We're going to close with I think we can close with the South African anthem. I think that would be okay. We should have started with it. Can we close with the South African anthem, guys? I think that would be nice. Okay, we can all stand up. We can all rise. And I think your hand goes to your heart. Your hand goes to your heart. Do we all know the South African anthem? I don't want to get to Africa, to the Afrikaans part. Okay, guys. Can we have the sound also play, or we're just gonna sing it? We're just gonna. Okay, let's start, guys. Kosi sigeleli Afrika, maluka Yesu konolwayo, izwa imitangazo yetu. Kosi sigelela tila lusapolayo urena buluka sichabasa Yesu ufelice vintani masreni okusibuluke sichabasa Yesu sichabasa South Africa, South Africa, Edi Glova non seyemo, Edi Digdeva non seyemo, to come together in South Africa.